know, really, truly, a lot of times we don't even really necessarily think about them until we see one and we're like, oh, there's a monarch butterfly. This is the plant that you want to not only be able to see the monarch butterflies, but to help them thrive. It's called Asclepias. And this is a butterfly bouquet live plant, $19.98. You're going to get 4 of these plants for that price. We'll explain exactly what it is. It's very colorful. And by the way, plant these in the ground. This is a perennial, and so it will go from zones 3 to 9. That's in the coldest parts of the country, all the way down to almost the warmer parts of the country. So it's a really good plant that if you're maybe not that great at plants, this one is easy to grow.
Yeah, you know, these are North American natives.
Oh,
so what I mean by that is that, you know, from thousands and millions of years, things that just always grew in our country, one of them was Asclepias. That means that these are well suited for our soil, for our climate, for our crazy, you know, up and down weather. They're fine with that. You know, you bring in a French lavender, they're not fine with that.
Yeah.
But these Asclepias are. And so that's what I love, because they're the easiest thing to grow. They had that huge impact with the monarch butterflies, which we'll get into that story. But then secondly, what I really love is that they are also beautiful. And something that has taken years of work to get to this status, because the natural natives are as tall as us. They're very kind of stick-like and, you know, not that attractive. Here we've got dwarf varieties, so you've got a nice mounding shape to it, and these big flower bouquets in, you know, colors that you would never find in the wild. Typically in the wild you'll find just a light colored pink, but here we've got, you know, very rich yellows and orange and a strong pink and bubblegum pink, and then finally this beautiful white. So I really love these planted together. Well, let's talk about the monarch butterflies.
Yes, please explain why this is so important to them.
So monarch butterflies, which are an endangered species currently and may be extinct according to certain scientists in the coming years, they will only lay their eggs on an Asclepias plant, and that's because monarch butterfly caterpillars can only digest Asclepias leaves. So if there is a lack of these plants in the wild, which there is now due to chemical spraying and building and construction and tearing down forest and stuff, then the monarch butterflies have nowhere to lay their eggs. And so therefore their numbers have been dwindling. Surprisingly, or believe it or not, if you plant 1 or 2 collections, they find your plants. And actually Sandra Bennett planted this.
I was wondering if we could show that video from Sandra, because the whole thing is that now you're seeing how when they lay the eggs, that becomes a caterpillar, of course.
So they planted this very collection at their house a couple years ago. They found 1 caterpillar, and then they put it into like a little butterfly house and watched it grow into a monarch. So here they had a direct impact on the monarch butterfly population, and that's just one out of the many caterpillars that they had eating their plants. This is the only insect, I would say, you want eating your garden flowers.
It's not a pest, obviously. Oh, these are so beautiful. Now, remind me, how tall and how wide will this get, even though I know it's dwarfed?
This is it, yeah. It's about 3 foot tall and 3 foot wide. Now, I love to plant them together to get, again, the sort of mixed look. You're getting 4 plants. You will know their color. If you want to just do them separately, that's fine. You can put them in containers, you can put them in the ground.
Because this is zones 3 to 9.
That's right.
So that pretty much covers most of the country.
Oh yeah, definitely. And here's the thing, it's the easiest plant you could grow that has honestly the biggest benefit to Mother Nature. Most of the stuff we plant, we can't say it's going to help save a species, but this does. Now here's the orange. Looks awesome with your salvias, which we're going to see later in the show. It's a great combo. Here again is the orange in your mixed beds. You'll see that the way that these work is they're like a little hotel for the baby caterpillars. Here's the white, another beautiful one. I love these at nighttime in the moonlight. It's very beautiful. Other butterflies also like to take pollen from these.
I was just going to say, will there be other butterflies? Would they fight each other or anything?
Well, so other butterflies just take nectar from the flowers, like that swallowtail.
I see. Got
but
it.
the monarch is the only one that will plant, and there's that beautiful yellow, plant their eggs on these leaves for their caterpillars to grow further. And then again, here's the pink. And that pink is a bubblegum pink, unlike the native varieties, which tend to be kind of washed out pink. So I really love this collection. It's beautiful. There's sort of a wild planting stand of it, but it's something that it's going to live for years on your property.
I would mix those four. If you want to get more than one set, you're getting all four colors for less than $20. 4 plants for $20. That's $5 a plant to not only enjoy it and enjoy seeing the monarch butterflies, but you're doing something so good for them. I had never had this before, but I bought it this year, earlier in the season. Mine already arrived. I'm babying them outside on the deck, making sure they're getting sun and they're getting some water. And then after I feel like they're really established, or basically that we're going to move them into the pots.
Oh, excellent.
But I'm telling you, this is just a beautiful plant. And right now, you're saving $13 and paying less than $20. What do you have to lose? I mean, they come with a gotta grow guarantee. The whole thing is that you're getting this and it's perennial. It will come back year after year. You can put them in pots, put them in the ground. Do these need lots of sun, I would assume?
They do love sunlight.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of water, they handle the drought, they handle the cold winters, they handle humidity. And so that's very easy to take care of.
One thing I was concerned about is that the deer don't like them.
It's true.
And that's the other thing, is that we have so many deer in our backyard, and so we have to have something that they're not going to eat. And so that's why I wanted these in our backyard, and so that they don't eat. So the deer don't like them, but the butterflies obviously do. It's exactly what the monarch butterflies want, so that's why this is the time to go ahead and get them. 100 of these already ordered, and actually, I was going to say, if you go back in the last month or two, we've sold more than 21,000 of these plants, and that's sets of 4. You take 21,000 and multiply that by 4. Look at that. That's 84,000 plants that you have bought this year, basically, and you're going to put out, and then the monarch butterflies can take advantage of that all over the country. That's what's so exciting about QVC. Derek, thank you. I will see you again soon.
See you later.
In the meantime, we are going to go see Carolyn Gracie in just a moment with Girl Next Door, but also a little bit later, he will be back with the Dianthus live plants. These are beautiful. This is the Falling in Love Rosie Dianthus live plants, and so that's $32.98, and you'll get several of those, 3 of those. All right, let's come over to our Girl Next Door, Carolyn Gracie. Yeah.
Yay.
I
so
love
fun to be here with you.
roses. So good to